I'm excited to welcome on one of the newest members of the 2021 class and the top rising guys in the class as well, and Drew Williams. What's going on today, my guy?
What's going on, man? How you doing?
Pretty good, man. Well, I mean, you've obviously had a busy past couple of months in the quarantine. You make the official move that's probably one of the biggest things, reclassing in 2021, attending Scottman Performance. Talk about this decision.
It was a lot of thought and prayer from my family. We just feel like it was the best decision for me at the point I was at, plus all the Corona stuff. So another summer would just be great for me in my career.
And we'll get into the season a little bit more, but probably the biggest news for you, too, is you got to go back on the court now. You've been playing some tournaments. What if you like just to be back out there?
It's what I've been waiting for this whole summer. So the opportunity is just like a God-given opportunity. Because I mean, every team, every player is not getting a chance to play right now. So I mean, it's just a big opportunity right now.
And you're playing with B-Mays Elite, which would have been playing in the UAA, but right now it's pretty much just playing in each state, and you're in Georgia, which is a loaded state. Might be better than the competition we might have been playing UAA. What's it like going against some of the top players every weekend?
I mean, it's fun, man. Just seeing the work other guys put in. Everybody won this opportunity, so I mean, we're all just competing, going at it.
And talk about your team. I mean, you're loaded with a lot of guys. You got BJ. We obviously know who you got, and Brandon. What's you buying with those guys, and what's it like playing with them?
I mean, we competing too, man. We got a lot of talent on our team, and we're still learning each other, learning each other's game. So I mean, we're all just learning how to gel and learning how to be leaders. I mean, we're the man at our school, so just learning how to work with other good players, stuff like that.
Talk about Brandon a little bit. I mean, it's a little weird saying it, but I know he's a top five player ranked in pretty much all sites, but he still is kind of underrated if you want to say it.
Yeah,
How
yeah, yeah.
special is he?
I mean, he's just now tapping into what he can do. I mean, he got so much potential and so much more to go. He's already top five, so I mean, sky's the limit. I mean, a lot of people they're still sleeping him because I mean, I think he's the best player in the country. Period. So he still got a lot of doubters to prove wrong.
Absolutely. And I mean, you guys have had a lot of big time games so far. What's your favorite one?
Probably Atlanta Celtics so far. We also played Alabama Fusion against JD Davidson. That was a pretty good game.
No doubt.
Yeah.
And because of the way you're playing right now, your opponent offers a ton. Also, part because you're part of 2021 as well. East Carolina recently, Murray State, Wichita State, Iowa State, Kent State, South Carolina. I mean, the list goes on. What's the recruiting look like for you right now?
Man, a lot of people just showing a lot of love. They're just seeing my hard work and my passion I put in this game. So they just give me opportunity. We know we still got a lot more relationships I'm building. A lot of people just figuring out who I really am.
We've been talking for a while now. We knew the breakout was going to come, especially because of the reclass. You're in 2021 now. The starting to see you. Where do you think you kind of going to rank up now amongst the 2021 guys?
I mean, I think I'm the best player, period. But if I had to rank myself, I'd probably realistically probably be like top 30 right now.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I just got to keep showing them.
Without a doubt. And I mean, I talk about all these offers you're performing right now. Who's some of the most interest right now?
I would say pretty much like every school that's recruiting me is showing like a lot of love right now. A lot of Zoom calls, a lot of phone calls, a lot of FaceTimes. They're just trying to make sure that I know that they still love me and they still want me and stuff like that. Because I mean, it's hard to see them in person now, but they're just trying to make sure that the love is still there.
And these schools are ranging from high majors to low majors all over the country. What are you kind of looking for in a college?
I'm just looking for a family, a great fit, a place where development is like key, and God is the center. So that's the biggest thing.
In Murray State, let's talk about them. Let's talk about a couple of schools. I want to start with Murray State. You're an underrated player. We know the kind of underrated player they just performed and put in the league in John Morant. Seeing what they've been able to capable to do with him, guys like Isaiah Can and other guys, what do you like about them and just the overall program at Murray State?
Development, man. They can like you just said, they just turned an underrated kid into a number two pick. So I mean that's huge with development. So they're doing a lot of good things. I know some of the coaches personally because they're from this area. So I know that they're very genuine and they love their players.
Wichita State's one of those that might not be regarded as a high major necessarily, but they've been in the tournament for pretty much for the past decade. We know obviously what Coach Marshall's able to do out there and just what they put guys in the league in as well, underrated guys. What do you like about Kansas going out there to Wichita State?
Oh man, they just let their players, go out and play, man. They really trust their players. So that trust, I really, I appreciate that, and I need that in a coach.
Another one is staying in the Big 12 or going out there. Iowa State's probably one of the biggest ones you have right now. What would it be like to potentially play in the Big 12 someday?
Like I said, man, they really let their guys go. I would say that that program really fits the way I play. Like they run 4 guards out, so everybody's gonna get space to go and work. I mean, they don't really do the traditional thing of just posting up. So if you're big and you rebound, you can go and push and start the break. So I really love the way they trust every player they have.
And that's what you kind of are. I mean, you can run a small ball if you want to say small forward, power forward. You can run the guard positions. And you see this past 3 teams we just talked about all put guys at the guard, wing positions in the league. How much more opinion does that make a program that does that for you?
Man, it's huge, man. I get to, show my full range of what I've been able to do this my whole career. So like just showing everything is just huge, and I feel like that's what's gonna get me to the league.
And one that's kind of been trending. You did this. You went on a visit to this school before. It really became a trend for a lot of guys, and that's HBCU. What do you like about that? How's that appeal to you right now with everything going on?
To get an opportunity, to be at an HBCU, that environment. I mean, a lot of people are just not realizing what they offer. I mean, it's not a traditional thing for a big time player to go to HBCU, but I think people are now realizing what it can do for you as a player, and then for me as a black man. So it's a huge opportunity. I love those coaches, and I love what they're doing.
And a lot of guys, obviously, it's cool to see the guys all wanted to look at them, but we have to give respect to guys that were already looking into them prior to all this movement happening. You're one of those guys. I mean, you already took a visit to Tennessee State. What was that visit like when you did go out there?
Oh man, it was amazing, seeing so many of my people, just all bonding and sharing the game of basketball. I mean, it was huge, man. I really loved it.
And as I said, it wasn't until the past couple of months that it really became a trend. Why was it so appealing to you prior to everything going on?
Like I said before, man, I just wanted that experience. I've never really got a chance to really go to school with like a full black community. So to just see lawyers and doctors and people who are doing so much stuff outside of sports, that is my race. I mean, it's huge to see the opportunity that we have now as a people.
I think there's a lot of misconceptions about that McCur's the first top 5-star recruit I think ever, at least in the past 40 years to do it. And a lot of
Right.
people say you can't get the attention, you can't get this and that. It's not as high maintenance as you want to say as maybe a Power 5 school. What are some of the things that are maybe misconceptions that you realize maybe aren't true about HBCUs that truly are valuable assets there?
Man, that they still value, a great time, and they still bring the same opportunities. I mean, you can still be a very successful person not going to a Power 5 school. You can get a lot more relationship that in the HBCU that you couldn't get at a Power 5, So that I think people are really sleep on them.
I think one of the things some people might not even realize they were a D1 school until recently, and they are that, and they have had many NBA players go through there, especially back in the day. You look
Right.
at possibly the trend now. Maker goes out to Howard. I think there's going to be a lot more guys head out to them. What would it be like to potentially go there, and how much consideration would you give going to one?
Oh, I would give it, like 100% consideration. That would probably my family. I mean, it's TSU is recruiting me right now, and that's like near home. So that would be another thing for my family to come and see me, and I have a lot of family, uncles, grandfathers who went to TSU. So it would just be a great opportunity for my family, to be able to get that opportunity, knowing I could have went to a Power 5, so to say, school.
That's big time. And obviously, a couple of weeks ago now, Maker went to Howard. You see a top 15 kind of guy go there. What's the impact it's now going to have on future classes?
Oh, it's definitely going to make people, at least consider HBCUs now because, like you said, the knock was, you're not going to get the experience a Power 5 will give you. You might not go to the league, but I mean, Maker, he stepped out with faith and he did that. So I mean, a lot of players are going to follow that wave.
That's big time. And obviously, there's a lot of the schools that still offer you. We're just going to talk about some of them. The last one I do want to touch up on is South Carolina. They're a school that is somewhat kind of close to home to a degree, and they also have a lot of top talent, a Power 5 school as well. What do you like about them?
Man, Coach Martin, he's a hard coach, man. He's gonna get it out of you. So I mean, the practice years are ridiculously hard, and how they push their players and demand and expect a high standard. So I really respect.
That's awesome. And these are a lot of schools that have offered you at this point. I can imagine a ton of them have had interest in you, maybe not extend the offer. Who are some of the schools that have shown a lot of interest but have yet to give the offer to you?
I've been talking to Vanderbilt for a while now. They're honestly just waiting for my GPA. I had a 19, and then they were expecting a 21. So I think once all this, I can take the test again. Once I get that 21, I know I have that offer. I've been talking to Tom Crean in Georgia. he really loves my game. He really, he know that my guard skills are, continuously growing. But he loves me. He thinks my shooting is outstanding, and my defensive versatility is great. So he loves the player I'm becoming.
Couple is interesting. One with Vanderbilt. We know the head coach out there, Coach Stackhouse. That's an NBA player. It's a guy that's done what you eventually want to do someday. How much more appealing is it to know that you're going to play for a guy that knows how to get to the place that you want to get to someday?
It's just gonna help me know that my dreams, that they can actually be a reality. A coach like that, he can really bring in a lot of good relationships into the gym. So all I got to do is handle my part, and I know he'll handle his.
In Georgia, I mean, we know obviously what they did with Anthony Edwards. Coach Green also did a great job with him. But as besides him, we just see the guard history he's had at different universities, other guards just becoming big time players. What do you like about them?
Like I said, man, he's coached like Dwayne Wade, Victor Oladipo, Anthony Edwards. So I know he's gonna get the players where they need to be because I mean those are three successful guards. So I just know I whatever he's saying, I can trust it.
Absolutely, man. And sometime the next year now, you're gonna start narrowing down your list. You're gonna start committing. What would it take there for a school to make your top 8, your top 10, or whatever that list will be?
I'm not sure at this point. I would definitely still have to talk to my parents and pray. I really do want to get on campus, man. That's probably like the biggest thing is just seeing how the program runs in person because it's nothing like that.
And we don't know when this stuff's gonna open up. I know you get the virtual bits. It's great, but it's not the same thing.
Right.
When the official bits start opening up, what are the schools you kind of plan on want to take some visits to?
I would say all of them, man. I'm really considering everyone right now. So if I could set up at least like 5 visits here, 5 visits there, that would be huge.
That's big time. And I mean, prior to all the COVID stuff happening, if you could go on visits right now, when was the ideal time you originally wanted to be committed by?
I don't know. Maybe I was maybe thinking November, December of this upcoming year because I mean I was going to prep school, so I I really wanted to give coaches who haven't seen me a chance. So maybe after season sometime.
Gotcha, man. And I mean, it's going to be hard to finally narrow down. And once you get that narrowed down list, all the schools will be schools you love, you appreciate them. What's that one that's going to separate that one school from everyone else?
Like I said before, I would probably say the school that's I've built the best relationship with the head coach. That because I mean that trust and that communication is everything. So I would probably say that.
And we talked about culture and just history a little bit ago, and you play on Hamilton Heights, this team that brings guys in from all over the world. I mean, you're playing with guys from literally pretty much all continents across the world. What was it
Right.
just like learning all these guys' heritage and what was it like just being around them?
Man, it humbled me, man, because I mean, you get to see everybody else in the other side of the world. They still have the same dream and goals as you. So, I mean, just getting some of their energy off. Some days I don't feel like going, but then seeing what they have to go through and see that their parents and their circumstances are a lot worse than mine, it just humbled me and just made me want to go even harder because, I mean, I get to go home to my family after practice. A lot of those kids don't. So, I mean, it humbled me a lot.
And you're with Hamilton Heights for pretty much your entire high school career. What was it like just being a part of that?
Man, it was huge, man. I say just being a part of Hamilton Heights tradition, it already gives people like a hint on what I can do because I mean we have a lot of successful people who go through that program. So I mean, I think people will respect what we're doing.
And it's pretty much gonna be a whole new look team. There's a couple of guys staying from last year. I think 2 or 3 guys are still on the team from last year's roster. Coach obviously got a new position to go to college. New coaching staff comes in. What do you think this new look Hamilton High School is going to be able to do this upcoming year?
I think they're just going to keep what Coach Zach had going. I mean, he had a very successful program going, so I just think they're going to build on it. Stuff like that, man. I think they're going to really build on it.
Let's talk about last season. It was an incredible year. People knew you guys were going to be a good team in the country. No one thought you guys were going to do what you guys did. Start around the top 25-ish range, move all the way up to number 2 at points of the year. What was it like just proving everyone wrong throughout that year?
Man, it just showed our hard work, man. We knew we were good. I don't think honestly we knew how good we were at the beginning, just because doubters. I mean, it can kind of get in your head, but like once you prove them wrong, you start to realize like, man, we can really do this thing. We can really make this a reality. So I mean, I think we proved other people wrong. I think we proved ourselves wrong too. So I mean, it just showed our hard work.
And we know the number 1 team is a team loaded of 5-star players. We see guys like Prolific Prep. They have a guy, Jalen Green, what that guy's capable of doing. you guys obviously are all Division One players, but it's not like that bona fide, one and done kind of bona fide superstar talent.
Right.
You guys are just a great team. You guys play at a high level together. What was it like just building that kind of chemistry, that bond together?
Yeah, man, it was practice, dogging each other out. I mean, we know we're gonna dog each other, but we know when we get on the court, we're a family. So that's just the biggest thing is learning each other off the court. I mean, it's gonna show. So I think us bonding, going to each other's house, stuff like that. I think it showed up.
And obviously, Geico didn't occur this past season, but you guys were a borderline team.
Right.
What was it just like knowing that you guys had a chance and like you guys were pretty much a border team and making pretty much the biggest high school thing you guys could be a part of?
Oh man, it was huge, man, to see that we were that close to making our ultimate goal. I mean, it kind of sucked that we didn't make it, but I mean, I think Geico is kind of like subjective; it's opinionated. So I mean, I think we still should have made it, but it's a fact to just be, able to even think about being in it. It was huge.
No doubt. Let's talk about a couple more guys on that roster last year. I said a lot of guys taking different routes. We know guys like Samson, I know you're pretty close with going to Florida. You know, Aaron's obviously going out to New Mexico. Dominic's taking pretty much the same route you're taking, doing another year. What do you look forward to seeing all these guys as they continue their careers now?
Man, it's gonna be amazing, seeing my guys on TV, just knowing all the hard work they put in and all the conversations we have for it to be like a reality now. I mean, it's a dream come true to see those guys, man. Doing what they love to do.
I don't know how the offers will line up when they do or not, but if you have a chance to possibly go with one of the guys either out of college right now or something like Dominic that is going to be looking at colleges now, taking the post-grad route as well, would you ever consider, would it be cool playing with these guys again in college?
Oh yeah, man, we talk about it all the time. He was like, "I'm gonna recruit you as hard, both guys. I'm gonna recruit you as hard as I can to get you to my school. So once their college, I mean, their coaches already make that call. They're gonna be trying to get me there."
That's big time, man. And my last thing before I let you go is I can imagine you want to build a legacy for yourself with what you achieve on the court as well as what you do for your community off the court. By the time you walk away from the game someday, what do you want that legacy to be?
Man, like I said, I just want people to see I really it's just not about me. So I want, like you said, I want to do it for my community. I just want them to see my hard work and my dedication, man. That's the biggest thing.
Absolutely, man. Well, I'm definitely excited to see what guys got next to you, man. Keep doing your thing.
Thank you, bro. Thank you for having me.
Of course, man. You're always welcome on, bro. Talk to you later, man. God bless.
Yes, sir. See you, bro.
See you, man.